At some point in the upcoming year, construction will begin on a tunnel that crosses these waters, known as the Straits of Mackinac. It's a direct result of an ongoing controversy and is a solution recently adopted by Michigan legislators that allows various forms of crude oil to continue to flow from Wisconsin to Canada along the Enbridge 5 pipeline.
It started because the Enbridge pipeline is aging and people are concerned about it rupturing or it being hit by an anchor or something. Back in April, there was an anchor strike that hit the Enbridge line and it tore the ATC transmission line, which leaked hundreds of gallons of their fluid. And so we have seen that this thing is a very feasible issue. It's something that could happen.
This group is a team of Michigan Tech students who conceptualized a tunnel design and presented it to legislators earlier this year with the presence of Enbridge officials who are using the presentation and its research as a starting point for the upcoming build.
They were very confident in our information. They felt good about using the information to try and make their point. And so it was really nice to just being undergraduate students to actually be taken very seriously.
Currently, the line crosses the straits in two parallel tubes about 3 miles west of the Mackinac Bridge and allows for the transport of petroleum products to Sarnia, Canada, traveling along US 2 in the UP and I-75 in the lower for much of its journey. Once construction of the tunnel is completed, those lines would be removed from the lake bed and placed in the tunnel where they would be isolated from the natural waters, theoretically preventing a disaster if a line failure were to occur in the crossing.
It wouldn't leak out or at least so much into the environment, and they could easily clean it up within a contained tube, basically.
While conducting their research, Michael and his team discovered that there are other things that cross the straits in that area as well. And the design that they presented legislators would allow for safe crossing of those lines through the same tunnel.
There are many electrical lines, there's a natural gas line, and then there's the Enbridge oil line. And so there's quite a few down there that would be good to encapsulate them all so we don't have any leakage of any of them.
Currently, those lines are simply lying on the lake floor, and building such a tunnel is uncharted territory in the Straits. The only known bedrock borings are more than 60 years old from the construction of the Mackinac Bridge's tower bases.
We took the borings that we knew of and stuff on the surface and we tried to predict what it would be like. The team that did that actually did a very good job because they went down on a site visit with Enbridge because they were doing surface borings on the land, and they were able to confirm that what they predicted was very close. And so it was kind of cool to figure out what's down there, and then from there we could figure out the tunnel structure and figure out how strong it needs to be, how good the rock is down there.
Although it's likely that Enbridge will alter the design or create a different blueprint altogether, Michael and his teammates are proud to have played a part in creating a solution to environmental concerns that come with pumping millions of gallons of crude oil across the Straits of Mackinac every day.
I think it's just really cool for me as a student to have worked on something that maybe my direct engineering isn't going to be implemented, but the concept and the idea that it kind of started it all.
I'm Lee Snitz for ABC 10 and the CW5.